What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new season of the Real Housewives of New York, you guys. So the New York girls are back, and episode 1 was a supersized episode, which I'm a little confused why it was a supersized episode, but that's neither here nor there. So season 15, we're back. Everybody returned, although there was one person in particular that I could have done without from season 14, and that was Sai. But Sai is back, and we have a new housewife joining them this season. So before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into this episode of the Real Housewives of New York City, shall we? All right, you guys. So what I will say is that the cast photo, everybody's looks, I love them, with the exception of Jenna and these socks. It's these socks that are throwing off Jenna's look for me. Like, baby, I could have done without the socks. But other than that, they look phenomenal. They look phenomenal, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys watched episode number 1 of this season so far, let me know what you guys thought about the episode in the comment section below or in the live chat. Now, again, like I said, this was a supersized episode. I know Andy tweeted about how excited he was last night about the episode, showing the episode premiering. But I want you guys to tell me if you liked it, didn't like it, whatever. Right? The name of the episode, if I didn't tell you guys, is Apple of My Life. So the episode we actually started up, and so we see as the ladies are getting ready for. Actually, I think they were getting ready for their green screen, not their green screen photos where they do for the intro where they're holding their apples. Now, what I also will say is because I saw with the taglines and everything, I would have I would have swore that they all were not in the same place with each other, but they were. So according to what we see, it was June 24th of this year, and it looks like Bren and Uba have an issue with each other. So we'll see how that plays out this season. Now, what I will say is in episode 1, I will say for me, some of the stuff that they were arguing about, it's really trivial, but I'll take this as compared to other Housewives franchises where it's very dark. So I'll take light as opposed to dark, but very trivial if we're being honest with each other. Extremely trivial. So I guess we'll start up with the person who, in my personal opinion, had the least in this episode to talk about, and that is going to be Jessel. So Jessel is back. Now, I can't remember how I felt about Jessel in season 14 or season 1 for them. I think for me, I think at times Jessel was that's what it was. Jessel was annoying at times, but I did not dislike Jessel. I don't know how we're going to fare with Jessel this season, but we shall see. So Jessel and Pavitt still together. Be honest with you guys, I'm a little shocked. This is no slight, no shade to Jessel. I'm just a little shocked because last season when I watched them, girl, I didn't think your marriage just didn't seem like it was on stable ground. But that's neither here nor there. But they're still together. I was very confused when we saw them get on the subway, and they went to some place where he. So I guess Pavitt has now turned himself into a food influencer. I was like, okay, very interesting. Very interesting. Now that place that they went to, the food may have been good, but the appearance was what threw me off with them birds all. So to know me is I don't like a lot of things around me when I eat, and I definitely can't do vermin, rodents, or animals around me when I eat. It's just something about it. I can never do it. Like if I have like love dogs, right? I think that's like the only thing that I can do that's around me as a dog. But even with them, I tell them scurry away. You guys also may hear some noise because I just came back in my apartment and my next door neighbor, they're putting a new microwave in his apartment, so you guys may hear some drilling next door. But yeah, so Jessa was talking to Pavitt, telling Pavitt like, they have an embryo they have some embryos that are still on that are still frozen that they're still paying for, and she's talking about how it's costing them a lot of money to keep them frozen. So at this point, they need to figure out what they want to do when it comes to the embryos. And so she's talking about having another baby, right? Pavitt, however, doesn't want any more kids. She's like, we could have the next Beyonce or Elon Musk. And I was like, of all the names in the world you could say, you choose to say Elon Musk. And then he says he would pass on Beyonce, but okay with Elon Musk. I was like, oh God, absolutely not. I would pass on Elon Musk. Let that go extinct. Mm-mm. No, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. No ham. No, Pam. So I'm guessing that their storyline is going to be them navigating, figuring out what to do with their embryos. Okay, I'm here for that. Let me know about you guys in the comments and on the live chat. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next person, you guys. So I guess we'll start up with the because like I said, nobody this is an introduction episode and nobody really gave anything. So yeah, it ain't gonna be a whole lot of stuff for me to talk about with this episode. But let's go ahead and get into our girl Jenna Lyons, right? So we see Jenna. So I'm wondering if this season Jenna's gonna be more open about her life and her relationship because we see Jenna as she's in her closet with her shoes. Loved Jenna's closet. Loved Jenna's closet, right? So her girlfriend's mother is there, and I was kind of wondering. I was like, "Where is your girlfriend?" Like, I would love to see her. But we found out that Jenna and her girlfriend they have been together at this point for a year now. So congratulations to Jenna and her girlfriend. Again, I do wonder if we're going to see the girlfriend at any point this season. At any point, but it was nice to see her mother, right? Because I think part of the issue that I had with Jenna last season was the fact that she was open about like her issues with her body, but she wasn't open about her issues in her. She wasn't super duper open about her relationship. Now, here's the thing. I get that not everybody wants to share every moment of their relationship, and that's fine and whatnot. But you're on a reality show, so you're on a reality show to showcase your life, right? But we'll see. So we are introduced to the newest housewife this season, and her name is Raquel, right? So Raquel and Jenna are friends with each other. They have very similar stories to each other. So you guys know Jenna got divorced from her husband, has a son, and she came out later in life, right? Well, the same is of Raquel. Raquel was married. She has two kids with her ex husband, who she co parents with, right? And she divorced him. They divorced, and she's a lesbian as well, or at least bisexual. I think with Jenna and I don't. Here's the thing when it comes to Jenna and Raquel. I don't know how they. I know they said that they came out, but I don't think they've said how they identify. If they are lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, and I don't know what anything else is, but I do know that bisexual, lesbian, and pansexual. It took me a long time to figure out what pansexual meant. Don't judge me. It is what it is, right? So, since we're talking about Raquel, let's go ahead and bring Raquel up on the screen. So, like I said, Raquel is the newest housewife this season. So far, from what I saw of her in this episode, she seems like a cool girl. We'll see how she fares with the ladies. Um, this dress that she got on in this picture right here, I have saw so many people wear this. I think who else wore it? Kyle. Kyle wore it last season on Beverly Hills. That's where I saw this at. I saw it on Kyle and I saw it on somebody else. because Kyle wore that to her weed party dinner last season on Beverly Hills. Because I remember because around the boobs it looks very boxy and square. So we see Raquel. So Raquel is with her fiance. Her fiance's name is Mel. I don't know Mel's nationality, but I won't even try to guesstimate of what she is, but um we meet Mel. Mel is a very beautiful woman. She told us about them having motorcycles. She told us about all the work that she's done. Raquel sounds like they people use this term wrong. Jack of all trades. It's a jack of all trades, master of none. But Raquel got 8 jobs, right? She's helped. She works a lot, right? Like I said, she has 2 kids that she co-parents with her ex-husband. Her kids love her fiance Mel. She showed us her engagement ring that Mel picked out for her. That was a big ass ring, a huge ring. But yeah, you guys, like I said, this episode, it wasn't like just tat out a lot of drama. I mean, there was some drama in the episode, but again, when it comes to the drama to me, I don't know if I want to say it felt manufactured or if it just. We'll talk about it because some of the drama. I don't know the drama. If I feel like the drama is manufactured or if I feel like the drama is. I don't know if I feel like it's manufactured or if I just feel like it's trivial as hell because it's funny the things that they're arguing about, but it kind of does. It kind of reminds me a little bit about the original Roni girls because there would be times that those girls would argue about the dumbest things in the world and we would just laugh at it, right? And I think that's another thing with this cast that I have, we're 2 seasons in with them, and I just have to get out of the headspace of thinking about the original Roni girls, right? What I think could work for them, what I think could work for Bravo with this cast is if they integrated some of the the original cast in. I think that would help. I think they could integrate a Sonya in. I think Sonya would fit in with these ladies. I think Sonya would fit in with these ladies. I think the Countess. Do I think the Countess would fit? Absolutely not. Because Countess, the Countess is a little too bougie. You know what? If she did fit in with anybody, I feel like she would fit in with Aaron, but I don't think she would fit in with like Cy, Jessel. I don't know. Because I do feel like with this version of Roni, there is something missing. I don't know what it is, and I'm not necessarily saying it is the originals, but to me, there feels like it's something missing. And I think one thing I still feel like is missing is the authenticity of the friendship group, because I still feel like these girls were still trying to get to know each other at this point, right? I still feel like even because season 1 aired last year, right? Well, season 14 aired last year, but they had already filmed. Like, I don't know. It's just something that's still missing with this group. If you guys have any thoughts or opinions, leave it down in the comment section. We'll go ahead and we'll move on to the next person, you guys. So let's go ahead and get Sai out of the way, right? So in this episode with Sai, there literally was very little with Sai. Now, what I will say about Sai is I loved her braids. The braids were everything to me. They were well kept. They were done. They were done well. Like whoever did her braids, kudos to you because they are so pretty on her, and it fits her so well. That was a compliment for Sai because I don't think I had any compliments for Sai last season. I can't remember, but loved her braids, right? So we see her and Jessel. They are going to do this plunging thing into some bathtubs that are below. They think they're below freezing. I think it's like it's either 31 degrees or 37 degrees. I can't be 100% positive which degrees it was, right? But they have made up with each other because you got. Now here's the thing. I didn't finish out last season, so I don't know everything that happened with Jessel and Sai because I didn't finish the season out. But obviously, they got into it with each other. I didn't watch the reunion, so I don't know what happened with the reunion. But they're in a better place at this point. So Sai is telling Jessel how she's been going to therapy And Jessel asked her, has she spoken to Bren? She says that she hasn't spoken to Bren, but she did text Bren or something like that, and Bren didn't respond. But Bren is having a party later in the episode, and she asked Sai, was she going? And Sai said yes. And Sai also mentioned something with her and Jenna. So someone went back and told Jenna that Sai hated her, but Sai says that she'd never said anything of the effect that she hates Jenna, that she doesn't even use that word, right? So that was really it with Sai. Like I said, very little with her. And then we'll go ahead and move on to Aaron. So with Aaron, I'm still trying to feel Aaron out for real. Because part of me wants to like Aaron, but then the other part of me is like Aaron is so dry and she's a little boring to me. And I feel like Aaron is secretive too. So we see Aaron and Uba. So they're having lunch with each other, right? Now, Uba, I didn't even get a picture of Uba with that blonde wig in her confessional. Burn it, destroy it, throw it away. It was ugly as hell, right? The ugliest wig I've ever saw in my life. Not the ugliest, but one of the ugliest. Now, we also are introduced to the new friend of her name is Rebecca Minkoff, right? Now, I did see where Rebecca did an interview recently where she was saying that she talked to Jenna and told Jenna how fun it would be if they faked a beef with each other. I was like, girl, what? This is your first season. I thought, see, here's the thing with Rebecca and Raquel, I didn't know who was who, right? Because I knew that there was a friend of, and I knew that there was a actual new housewife. So I thought Rebecca was a new housewife, and Raquel was the friend of, but it's the reverse. So it's funny that a friend of is saying that she asked a actual Apple holding housewife to fake a beef with her. And I'm glad that Jenna didn't go with it because, girl, we don't know you. We're still getting to know Jenna. So why are we creating a fake beef? That's stupid. That I'm so again, Jenna, thank you for not going that route. Thank you, mama. Because I absolutely appreciate you for not doing that. Because I would be looking at this like, girl, what is this that I'm watching and why? So we found out that Uba has a boyfriend and she's thinking about having kids. I was like, girl, please do it because you want to have kids, not because this man wants to have kids. And also, you know what? I was going to say something, but I know some people don't aspire to marriage, right? Because I was going to say, girl, at least wait until you, and here's the thing, at least wait until you guys are a few years into the relationship before you go and have kids. Don't immediately just because you guys are talking about it, don't do it because you guys are talking about it. It's fine that you guys are having the conversations, have the conversations, know that you guys are on the same, make sure that you guys are literally on the same page with what you want to do with the kids, how you want to raise the kids, how you want to present as a family. Make sure you have all those things dotted and crossed. The I's dotted, T's crossed. That's all I got to say on that one, right? So they're talking about this party that Brent is having. So Aaron has an issue with Brent. So this is a scene where they're doing a flashback between they're doing two different scenes, right? So one scene you have Aaron talking about the situation, and another scene you have Brent talking about the situation. So right now we're just going to focus on what Aaron is saying, right? So Aaron's whole thing is that I guess she had a. This is where I say the game of I feel like these ladies play a terrible game of telephone with each other, right? Because Aaron is saying that she was having a conversation with Jessel and with Bren about Jenna. So you guys know Jenna's old school car that she has, right? So I'm piecing together what I'm hearing because I don't understand what I'm listening to be quite honest with you guys. But from what it sounds like is Aaron and Jenna went somewhere, right? Jenna's car broke down and Aaron had to get an Uber for them. The Uber was $250. I was like, girl, where the hell did y'all go? for $250. Damn, that's a lot of money. But I guess Erin's whole thing is she paid for the Uber 250 and Jenna never paid her back. But somehow it got back to Jenna that Erin is calling Jenna broke. I was like, girl, what? Okay, I guess. Like, and it went on the entire episode, you guys. But it was like I said, it was lighthearted. It's lighthearted. So I'm not like upset about it because we could be talking about something far, we could be talking about something really dark, as like with the last few seasons of Potomac as well as the last few seasons of New Jersey. So I'll take this, right? So then we see Erin. So she went out for dinner with her family. So we found out that Erin and her family, they moved from their apartment that they had last season. I think they were in Tri. It's either they moved from Tribeca to Uptown or they moved from Uptown to Tribeca. One of the two, right? We also found out that Erin's mom has breast cancer. So my condolences to Erin and her family. And I'm sending nothing, well, not condolences, because the woman's still alive. My my heart, I send my well wishes and my thoughts and prayers with her mother that she's able to get through this breast cancer, right? And we're gonna put up the middle finger to cancer. We're gonna speak positivity into her mother, that her mother will come out of this on the other side in remission of breast cancer. We're gonna speak positivity and light into Erin's mother, that she will beat breast cancer, right? So Erin hasn't told her kids about this as well, and she's talking to Abe about looking at a townhouse, right? I was like, girl, didn't you just say you just moved into this apartment? Why? I mean, you got small kids, and at least let them feel a little bit of stability for a year before you up and move them to a townhouse. But we'll do what you're gonna do, right? So then when she and Abe were talking, I noticed, I was like, ooh, there's something here that Erin isn't telling us. And she said it to the producer, asked her, what was that? And she said, I don't want to talk about it. I was like, again, you signed up for a reality TV show. Share your life with us. Now, let's go ahead and wrap the episode up with Bren. Now, I know how I felt about Bren's last season. Bren 1000% annoyed me, right? I think with Bren last season, and I think it's going to be the same thing this season, I think Bren is going for the role of the person who just is the jokester, right? The funny person. She's giving me the vibe that she wants to be kind of like, kind of be funny like Sonya was, right? Without the drinking. She wants to be funny like Sonya, and she's given like she's it's like her personality. What I see on the show is a mixture of Sonya and Dorinda. If you guys watch the original Roni, that's what her personality gives, right? A little bit of Sonya, a little bit of Dorinda, mixed with a little bit of oh god, who else is? Because what it is she gives like she wants to be funny, but she also wants to be the messy one as well. And for me, it don't translate well. But again, you guys tell me what you guys think about Miss Bren in the comment section or in the live chat. So we see Bren, she got a new apartment and she has a dog. So she's still making her terrible jokes because so she's having some stuff delivered to her apartment. And the guy that was delivering the stuff to her apartment, she made a joke to him. And I was like, girl, that joke was not funny to that. That man obviously didn't catch the joke and he didn't find it funny. So her brother is going to be staying with her for about a month, right? And she lets her brother know that she's going to be getting all the girls together for just to get them together, right? So then we see Bren. So she went out shopping with Jessel and Jenna. And while she was out shopping with those two, this is where the conversation about Erin comes up, right? So Bren is saying that Erin was definitely trying to say that Jenna was broke. Jessel, however, is saying that she believes that Erin was just telling a funny story, right? And also, Brand has an issue with Aaron because Aaron went on Jeff Lewis of all people's radio show, right? Now, here's the thing. I will say I don't get why Brand has an issue with Aaron when it was actually Jeff Lewis who made the comment, because he was talking about how, having people take care. He was alluding to the fact that Brand has someone who takes care of her, right? Here's my thing: if you got somebody that takes care of your bills and stuff, girl, it ain't no problem with that. She'd be like, yeah, you want to hook up? Like, you jealous? You mad? But she took it offensively, right? And I guess she's taking it to the offense that he's implying that she may be sleeping with men for money. Girl, even if you are, it's your body. Do what you want to do with it. As long as you safe and you ain't hurting nobody, live your life. Have fun. But I don't understand why she's mad at Aaron, because Aaron didn't say anything negative about you. Aaron said that she doesn't think that that's the case. But okay, knock yourself out, girlfriend, if that's what you want to do, right? So we see as all the ladies show up for Brand's event, right? And Jessel pulled Brand to the side to let Brand know that she had gotten a text message from Aaron saying how disappointed she was in her, right? And Jessel thinks like, you're disappointed in me. Like, who are you? You're not my mother. And I agree with you. What are you disappointed in, right? So they sit down. Jessel wants to have the conversation. So she pulls Aaron. So her and Aaron go to the side to have the conversation, right? Aaron is telling her that, she heard that they were still trying to say, she said that, my God, that is so loud, that Jenna is broke, right? And Jessel says, well, that's not what I said. She said, what I said was, I think you were trying to tell a funny joke, right? And Aaron says that that's what it was. So now Aaron's focus is on Brand being a pot stirrer and being messy, right? So then she pulled Jenna over. So she and Jenna are having a conversation. Then Brent comes up and she's like, ugh. And Brent says, huh? She said, you heard me. I said, ugh. So she sat down. They started having a conversation, right? So then Sai came over and, Brand brings up the Jeff Lewis thing. And as I said before, I'm still like incredibly confused about this whole thing, because I just don't understand what Aaron did. Because Aaron didn't, from what I saw, I didn't watch the whole interview, but the little snippet that Bravo showed to us, I don't see what Aaron did that was so wrong. But then Sai got involved in it, and she just started going off on Brent. And I was like, now, Sai, girl, I get that you have a problem with her, because Sai wanted to address the comment of she hates Jenna. She said she doesn't use that word. She asked Jenna where did she hear it from. Jenna didn't tell her, right? But then Aaron says to her that, well, I did go through and read the text messages that we have, and you did say you can't stand her. So then somehow this is now flipped on Bren. I don't know how it was. I'm assuming that Bren was the one that must have told Jenna this. So now Sai is upset, pissed off, going off on her, talking about she's deflecting and all this kind of stuff, and calling her Satan. And I was like, girl, was it that deep? Was it that deep? Calling her a gaslighter. I was like, again, was it that deep? It just didn't seem that deep to me. It did not seem that deep to me. But Brent ended up leaving her own party. I was like, girl, how do you leave your own party? I was so confused by that. Like, girl, this is your party and you leaving it. But she left and Uber came as she left. And that was the end of the episode, you guys. So, episode 1, like I said, if I had to rate it, I would give it a. Let me not do that, because I don't want to rate this, because it wasn't like a terrible episode, but it just didn't give premiere episode for me. But again, you guys can tell me your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section, in the live chat. And As always, you guys, please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.